Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome everyone, welcome. Hello Tony, hello Betty, hello my loves. Welcome back. I am so excited to be back with you here on Periscope. I am so thrilled that I am back from vacation, well rested and ready to jump right on in. Big dogs, hello big dogs. Let me just fix this thing right here real quick. Give me a second. Oh, it's jumping everywhere. There we go. That's much better. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. What's going on, lady? What's going on? Today is self-expression and power. And that is the topic for today. So, as you may have noticed, I was gone from Periscope for about 10 days. I was supposed to come back, on Saturday, and actually my flights got canceled because of the snowstorm in New York, and I got back last night / this morning. So I'm back and I'm so excited to be back with you all. I missed you all so much, and while I was away, I did a lot of introspection, and I was able to do a full moon ceremony with my sisters, and it was just an amazing experience. So I want to talk a little bit about that energy that is around us right now, and also do a little power reading because it's all about personal power right now and expression. So I do want to tap into that energy and see what comes up for all of us. And I have a little surprise for y'all, so I hope you stick around till the end so that I can show you what I have as a surprise. So while I was away, the full moon happened, and it was so beautiful. I took pictures of the full moon, and at one point I looked at it on the 23rd, and I was like, oh my God, is that the moon? Because it looked like, this big pink cupcake that I just wanted to take a bite out of. And it was so yummy, so yummy. And one of the things that kept coming up, and I wish I would have been able to scope, but I had no Wi-Fi and no data either, so I wasn't able to scope that night. But as I was just looking and really tapping into the energies for the full moon, it was talking to me, and it was saying, there's a need for us to really step into our power and really step into expressing who we are. And, that's what this scope is about. That's what today is all about, because one of the things that I have come to know, right? Know with a capital K, know from divine, is that without our personal power, without our self-expression, there's something missing in life. And you can't really do that if you can't express yourself, if you're not tapped into your sexuality. So today I want to stress for all of us the importance of knowing who you are. And that comes with exploring your sexuality, right? Exploring how you feel about your body. What are your beliefs about who you are as a sexual being, right? There's so much passion and energy flowing through us. And if we're not tapped into that, if we're not aware of what that energy means for us, how it can be expressed through us, right? Through our passions, through our whatever gives us joy and makes us feel giddy, right? Then there's something missing. And I know for a long time, I felt like there was something missing. And I know that there's people struggling out there to figure out, what's missing. There's something missing, and I just can't put my finger on it. So if that's you, stay tuned, because today is a day that you will seek and you shall find, right? You shall find here on Periscope through me, right? Through source, because everything I say comes through me, through source. And I'm just so excited to have you all here with me. Hello, B. I don't know what that says. But welcome. Thank you for joining. So if you are new, I invite you to share that you're new. Let me know your name. Click on the little Perry person and share with your followers. We are trying to expand the sexuality power community. And for all of you who are new, my name is Dianese, and I'm your resident sexuality expert here on Periscope. And we cover everything. We talk about anything that's not really talked about in our culture, in our society, everything from sexuality to spirituality to, spirit and energy and, divine intuition. So all of that we talk about here. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, or that you're interested in talking about and having a conversation, just type it into the box. And, Big Dogs, I did the last scope I did right before I left was just for you. And I always take what you guys ask for into consideration because I am here to serve you all. So I am going to pull my cards out because I'm being called to do a little reading for us today for the power deck and see what is popping. All right. So I know for myself, I was like, okay, angels, let me know, like, what do I need to focus on for my spiritual growth and empowerment? And for me, what came up was a lot of surrendering and releasing. Woo! And that's exactly what I've been... Hello, my love. Welcome. And that's exactly what I've been focusing on. I've been focusing on just being, right? Sometimes we forget to just be, and knowing that that's such an important process, right? Just being. There's so much that gets revealed to us when we just be in this world. So 2 cards came up for us, and I don't feel called to pull any more. There's 11 people. The angels are with us. So the first card that came up is the 9 of Gabrielle. And it says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. And they are stressing any possibility. Environmental activism. And, this is a very, very energetically charged card. 9 is completion. And also, there's a lot of greenery, right? But there's also, hello from Turkey, there's also a lot of ground that is still, there's still not, it still hasn't sprouted, right? So the plants, the seeds have been planted, and that's what we did really at the beginning of the year and the end of last year. We were planting our little seedlings, right? And now it's starting to kind of sprout. So there's a lot of vegetation, and then over here, it's starting to sprout. And that's exactly what they're telling us. It's like, be happy, right? Be happy. Stay in the vibration of joy and gratitude, and stay determined, right? Stay determined that those seedlings are sprouting, that whatever it is that you want is coming. And always, be grateful and give back, right? Environmental activism, that's all about giving back to Mother Nature. She takes such good care of us, and it's time to also take care of her. The second card is the Queen of Raphael. Look at that. That's a beautiful card. And it says, follow your heart. A love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So if there are any skeptics out there, they are affirming that everything I am saying is accurate. And also, there's so much with both of these cards. There's a lot of green, right? And green represents money, represents emotions, represents financial abundance. So really turn to that. Ooh. Sorry, getting a phone call. Heart chakra. Yes, Betty, the green is the heart chakra. And following our heart, right? So this is a time when I talk about, power, self-power, personal power, and personal expression. That's coming from here, from your heart. Sometimes the universe is calling. I know the universe is calling. Sometimes there's so much going on in the head, and the head is not necessarily connected to source. Our heart is. And the power of manifestation that we have coming from our heart is amplified compared to the head. So really following our heart is going to bring so much abundance, so much understanding, so much gratitude and giving and receiving is going to happen when we follow our hearts. So really connect to that, right? And when we connect to our heart, when we connect to our sexuality, hello Melissa from Miracles Within Us, that is when we can really express ourselves, really attract exactly what we want. And sometimes, I was in Orlando and I went to Unity of Orlando while I was there. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Scott. Hello, my love. I missed you so much. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. We did a little reading, and the first card was the 9 of Gabrielle. And this is stay determined and focused and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility, and they're stressing any. And the second card was follow your heart. And your heart will bring abundance and so much joy. So, when I was in Orlando, going back to that little story I wanted to share with you. I was in Orlando and I went to service out there. And the topic of service was the game of life. And I really enjoyed that service because one of the things that he talked about is whatever comes to you, right? And this goes to this card of, any possibility. Whatever comes to you is in your highest and greatest good. And if you approach it in that way, right? If you accept that no matter how you perceive it in that moment, that is guiding you to your highest and greatest good, then your highest and greatest good will continue to manifest. Right? It's when we say, this is not what I want. This is no good for me. That's when more of that, no good for me keeps manifesting. But if we see it and perceive it as, it's in my highest and greatest good, this is guiding me to my best path ever, right? Then it does. So focus on that and allow whatever the possibility that manifests to be a possibility of good. And perceive it that way. And more good will come. I promise. More good will come. So that is our little message for today. And that is the guidance, really going within. Going into your heart. Stepping into that. And seeing what does your heart have to share with you. What's the guidance there? How can you tap into your sexuality? Right? Explore that. And let that create through you. Our sexual energy is our creative energy. And it is the energy that guides, how we express ourselves. So tap into that. Ask yourself, how am I expressing myself? How do I shine in this world, right? We all shine in a different way. There's something you are on this earth to do that no one else can do the way you do it. No one. Isn't that cool? Right? So tap into how are you meant to shine? What is it that you're meant to express in this world through you? Thank you, Scott. I love my scopes too, and I love you all. You inspire me so much. So now that we are coming to an end of the scope, I want to share one more thing with you that I picked up while I was away on vacation. And I'm not going to use it today, but I am going to use it tomorrow with us all. I want to just, premiere it today, and then tomorrow we could kind of play with it during my scope in the morning. So do join me tomorrow at 11 for my morning scope so that you can play with me on the board. And it is this, an angel guidance board by Doreen Virtue. So I was in the bookstore at Unity of Orlando, and I was buying a CD from the minister there, the music minister, and I happened to find, out of the corner of my eye, I just saw this purple thing, and I love the color purple and pink, so it called my attention, and it said, come to me. And I followed my gut, and I went to it, and it was this board. And look at this, how cool. It is signed, autographed by Doreen herself. So I thought that was really cool. So this board is an angelic message board, an angelic guidance board. And I used it on the full moon with my girlfriends. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to be using this board to deliver us some guidance. So if you are interested in joining me for that, please join me tomorrow at 11 a.m. To see how the board works and see what guidance comes up for all of us tomorrow. So that is it, folks, for today's scope. I wish you a passionate evening. Thank you so much for joining me on this afternoon, and until tomorrow, have a passionate day. I love you. Bye.